What's up, guys? As you all know, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow at 5 Eastern, and there is a lot of speculation that has been going on, a lot of predictions, so to speak, in terms of what could potentially happen during this Nintendo Direct. I, as well as Onyx and the rest of the peeps over on our TGR Discord, have been kind of coming up with all sorts of ideas together, and there are some of these that I want to share with you guys. If you haven't joined our community, the link's in the description below to join our Discord, and you can go ahead and talk with us more directly over there. So let's go ahead and get into what we think might happen tomorrow. TGR. First and foremost, the thing that Onyx mentioned first was the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters coming onto the Switch. As we all know, they are all on Steam, and it just makes so much sense to have them on the Switch platform. I feel like games like that just naturally live on that platform, and it would be very easy to port those over despite people having issues with the font and everything like that. For those of you that do not know, 2021 was the year that I finished Persona 5 Royal for the first time ever, and it was all part of a bet on Twitch, which, by the way, follow us. The link is in the description below. It's twitch.tv/thegamingresume, and I loved it. I absolutely loved my experience playing that game, but it made me wonder, what else came before? This is Persona 5. What else came beforehand? And I looked at Persona 4 Golden as well as Persona 3 Fez, and there has been a lot of rumors that Atlus is going to go ahead and take these games and put them onto different platforms. As we all know, they put Persona 4 Golden onto Steam, and to Atlus's surprise, it did really, really well, much better than they thought it would do. So I hope that that kind of reinvigorates Atlus in bringing those games onto other platforms as well. As we all know, Sony and Atlus, when it comes to Persona, they have a very tight relationship, so we'll see what happens. But regardless of the fact, I hope that some of these games come onto that platform. It just seems like a perfect game to take on the go. Onyx mentioned Bayonetta 3 having a release date announcement of some kind, and immediately said that he was doubtful that it would happen, and I don't blame him. I think that Bayonetta 3 is going to be more of a fall title overall, and Nintendo has said that this Direct is going to focus on games releasing in the first half of the year, so we'll see. We might get some news. It might be something that might release over the summer. Who knows? I am also doubtful that we'll get Bayonetta 3 release date info in this Direct, but if we do, it'd be hype. It'd be nice. At least I think so. I like Platinum games, and I know Onyx does as well as some of the other people on our Discord community. I think it'd be cool. For those Zelda fans that celebrated the 35th anniversary last year, you know that Nintendo didn't really do a good job when it came to actually celebrating and releasing all sorts of stuff to help celebrate the anniversary. So I myself felt a little bit unhappy, and I can tell Onyx did as well, because this is one of the other things that he recommended. He said that we might get something that is there to help celebrate the game, and I know that we got Breath of the Wild information, which is great, but we want more. And the Game & Watch that was released is kind of like, meh, it's okay, but there's more. There's other things that could have been done. So we'll see what happens. According to Onyx, technically we're still in that year window for an anniversary, so who knows? We might get a shadow drop of some kind during this Direct, and if that happens, that'd be hype. I'd be excited. That being said, when it comes to anniversaries, there is the Kirby 30th anniversary that Nintendo has already said that, hey, 2022, we are going to celebrate Kirby and all its glory. We are getting Kirby and the Forgotten Land next month, and I would love to see something else that would release with it in tandem. We might get some amiibo, who knows? Also, what else will come out to help celebrate the Kirby 30th anniversary? Are we going to get another Game & Watch? Are we going to get something else as a whole? Are we going to get a port of an older game onto the console? Who knows? But I'd like to see some more love. Onyx also mentioned something about Metroid Prime 4, and I want to go ahead and say that I agree with him that it would be nice to get some form of like a teaser or some form of like a status update in terms of what is happening with Metroid Prime 4. We haven't heard Nintendo mention Metroid Prime 4 since the announcement of Metroid Dread. When they announced that, they admittedly said, hey, I know that you're looking forward to Metroid Prime 4, and that's still in the works. We'll have more information, but for now, look at Metroid Dread, which is fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I wanted a little bit more. I just want some form of acknowledgement that Metroid Prime 4 is still in the works. If this is something that were to release, I don't know, this fall, that'd be hype, but you know, we'll see. I don't know. Nintendo is very secretive. They're the pink elephant in the room that does whatever they want. So we shall see. I'm sure that you're aware, and if you're not, Onyx is a huge fan of Panzer Dragoon. That being said, Panzer Dragoon's VE was announced to be in development, or at least that Forever Entertainment would be working on Panzer Dragoon's VE the moment that they announced that Panzer Dragoon Remake was in the works. I enjoyed Panzer Dragoon Remake. It was definitely one of the games that left me yearning for more, especially since how short it was. It was an arcade on-rail shooter, which was much shorter than what I expected. But as far as I know, and let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, Zwei was everything that Panzer Dragoon was, just better. And I want better. I want a tighter experience when it comes to this game. So once Zwei comes out, I think it'd be hype. I think it'd be nice. So we'll see. It might be like Panzer Dragoon Remake, and they might just save that for an E3-esque June direct where they'll kind of announce all the heavy hitters that are going to be coming out in the year. But regardless, Zwei is in the works, and I would love to see where that's at. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was one of those games that surprised me the moment that I first saw them, because I thought that it was nothing more than just a side-scroller platformer, and that was it. And yes, it was a side-scrolling platformer, but man, that gameplay was so freaking tight. I would love to go ahead and see another form of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, like whether it's a sequel, a prequel, whatever it may be. I really like the tight cinematic platforming experience that was delivered in that game. I know that Retro Studios is quite busy in terms of Metroid Prime 4, but there is a rumor going around that the Odyssey team is currently working on the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze sequel of some kind. We'll see. I don't know. I would love to go ahead and get that firsthand, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's been a long time since we've actually played a brand new Star Fox game. So much so that it makes you wonder if it's going to just die and the franchise is just going to follow F-Zero as well as Mother and all of the other dead IPs that Nintendo has that just, they don't do anything with it. Obviously, I would love to go ahead and have a form of Star Fox that is somewhat a 3D adventure and also an on-rail shooter of some kind, but we'll see. The last couple of iterations have not been that successful in terms of praise, and I want to see what else can be done, especially with the success of the Switch and the overall mentality that the developers have had with the Switch and kind of going back to their roots and kind of going back to what made those original games in those franchises special. So I would love to see what Star Fox is going to go ahead and do in the future, and I think that it's about time that we get one. Before the debacle of the expansion pack for NSO, there was a lot of rumors that we were going to get a Game Boy / Game Boy Advance / Game Boy Color sort of collection added onto NSO, and I think that that's still something that is in the works. I still think that that's something that might potentially happen in the future. It just makes sense. That being said, I think that that's something that should go into the base subscription model, not the expansion pack. I think the expansion pack should be more N64, GameCube, and DLC that's going to be tied behind that paywall that would kind of complement everything else that's happening. But with Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color, I think that that's something that should just be added to the base subscription model that would kind of just be there to kind of supplement the NES as well as the SNES stuff that's going on. I still think that that's something that could happen. I would love to see that. I would love to kind of be surprised by that and kind of see what games they add onto that platform as a whole to experience and relive. And I really want Golden Sun. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would actually be really happy with Golden Sun coming onto the Switch, and maybe we would see a Golden Sun announcement of some kind. Holy crap, that would actually be kind of that would be kind of hype. Now that I think about it. Oh man. Okay. All right. So, anyways, guys, let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. I think that would be pretty. Yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with Onyx at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to react to that live here on YouTube. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and stay up to date, subscribe, hit the little bell, and join our Discord.
If you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon or hit the join button below. As always, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.